I'm talking into a muted mic. I had to sort a whole bunch of other stuff. Hey guys, I'm girls and everyone outside and in between. I'm back. Hello, 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 hello. So I had to sort some stuff. I do apologize. This is going to immediately run in reshare. Let's turn that off. Anyway, yeah, let's go and finish this shit, shall we? Let's finish this game. Nah, I've had a good time. I've really enjoyed it. We have some things to do, and I'm going to do the most boring thing first, which is waiting for the bus. We gotta finish the fight. Wait. I've got the perfect track for this. Hang on. At least I thought I did. Is this? Right, let's finish this fight. Let's go and wait for a bus. Sort of. What do you mean, how did I get this aspect ratio correct? Like, legitimately, I don't know what you mean, CPPC. Also, good to see you, CPPC. You've missed 11 episodes of this shenanigan, but you're here for the 12th. So, here's the trick. The answer to your question is, know what the fuck you're doing.
Oh, really?
Anyway, I need a barrack soul. I'm emulating the PS2 version. That's the answer to the question. I'm emulating the PS2 version. However, I do know how to set it up for the PC properly. But here's the thing, right? People don't like doing that. They decide they're going to run the game stretched rather than making it look good. And that's not what I'm about. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. I need to go the other way. It does. Last stream I tried with a CRT filter, and the CRT filter looked like, I put a picture in Discord. It looked absolutely amazing in person, but stream compression completely destroyed it, so it's not worth it. If you go to our Discord, I think you're in our Discord, and you scroll up a bit in general chat, you will find a picture of it. You'll find a picture of it running through a CRT. But the best you have right now is this. Because if I turn on the CRT filter, it destroys Twitch. It's also looking a bit wrong, but I need to put it in software mode for it. Anyway, we're going to go finish the fight, and that involves waiting for a bus. Because of course it does. We're going to use an old trick. And that old trick is basically... Hey! Timing! Perfect bloody timing. And we have a bus, which means we get to finish this import-export garage. So the trick is that the barracks are always in the same spawn pool as the bus. So now we have a bus. I think it also works with flatbeds, which is barracks OL is technically, or OL is also a flatbed type. But hey,
We'll be right back after this message.
In today's fast-paced world, a split second can be the difference between a
and yes, it's not a conflict of interest if we own all the radio stations in town.
and not.
Right, let's go finish the first import-export garage. This stream's plan is to finish import-export, and then once I have finished import-export, we will do the final mission. Well, I say finished import-export. We can't quite finish it because we need the barracks hull and the tank. So we can do the barracks hull, but the tank needs to be completed after Catalina's mission.
I only spent $20,000 and now I can get email in the shop.
Can someone please go to general chat and grab the direct link for the full screen CRT Discord image with the filter on, please, and link it in chat, or tag Caldari Prime.
Technology of absolutely no use to anyone.
Yeah, it hurts.
Remember, only technology
It's
makes life worth
yeah,
living.
I miss that boy.
Tomorrow, we'll upgrade your system, then you can upgrade your life.
It is what it is, though.
Now it is my great pleasure to welcome Fernando Martinez.
The thing that sucks most for about Asimov is
A revolutionary new way of saving.
we looked at photos over, like, obviously we're collecting memories of the guy, and you can see it. It was so gradual that we couldn't see it in person, but you look at the photos from like a year ago and he looks like such a healthier cat. Hey! And now we can literally choose any car we want. Secure car, Moonbeam. Hey, we don't need it, but do you want an infinite money glitch? Well, not glitch, but hack. Or workaround, whatever you want to call it. Let's go, let's grab, let's tag this image, let's tag CC. Reply, diary, that image. Like, click on that and zoom it to, yeah. Click on it and, like, make sure you zoom it to full screen and you'll see what I used. Anyway, money loop trick. It's fine, because it's not a literal CRT, is it? So, we take this car, we go around this corner. Yeah, it's built in. Hang on. And then we park it here because we can get those cars for free, and we just park it there and free money. So if you ever end up at this point in the game and somehow you're not sat on $7 million, just print 5k with like 60 seconds worth of go around. Yeah, it's a reshade plugin. It's now built. It's now an option to just download with reshade. We actually want a specific car now. I want Patriot, Mr. Whoopi. I love the sound of the car just falling behind you. I'm going to do something evil before we get the barracks all. I'm going to do something very evil. Because people don't tend to spend much time with this car. They will use it for the mission, and then they'll grab it for the import-export garage, but they don't really want to fly. Alright, mate. Take it easy, make sure you rest up. If you want to catch the VODs, they are all still up and available, and I've managed to keep most of them DMCA free. See you later, buddy. Oh yeah, there isn't really, like... There is a backing of sorts in this vehicle, but it's just... There isn't much. Have you noticed what it says on the back? I will chill again. Anyway, we're gonna do a thing. You're gonna love this. But we need to do it in peaceful territory, so I'm gonna bring it up to the barracks hole. Or where the barracks hole is. I keep calling it a barracks hole, it's the barracks OL. Park it, prime it, and leg it. That's a very English... Like, sometimes the English heritage of this game really pops... Like, comes out. When it just, like, phrases like, leg it. Not as very... I can't imagine it's a very American phrase. Here will do, I think. So, fun fact: when you have the ice cream truck, you put the sound on, the NPCs will walk up to it to try and buy ice cream. Like, they will all come and try and buy ice cream. I just had to do that. Lure them in with the jingly jinglies. I really hate this high. It's that annoying thing with GTA cameras is they change in the game, like per game. And honestly, GTA 5's camera for me is a bit too. It's either too high or it's too low, and there's no real good midpoint for it. Right, let's go around here. Wait, I'm going the wrong way again. Shit. My bad. Little touches that you will miss out on stream. When the lightning flashes, my controller actually vibrates in time with the thunder. You don't really hear it because I'm in the car, but the thunder is actually different, timed to follow the lightning rather than go at the same time as the lightning. Little touches, you know? I think we get rain a lot, but we don't really get full-on thunderstorms very often, do we, in this game? Okay, the barracks OL. I think... Because I dropped off a fire engine, didn't I? So I think the last thing to drop off in that import-export is the Rhino. So... I think after this we can focus on the Shoreside Vale import-export. So Tato was unwell, so I spent the money and like wasn't sure what she wanted to eat, and was very like, I kind of want food, but I don't want hot food. I kind of want fish, but I don't want hot fish. So we ended up getting sushi. You know, it just dawned on me. I have... The light off of this truck is very dim in like the basic camera angle because it's so high you can't really like when we're flat it's so high it barely affects the camera. It filled a hole. We are definitely trying our best to get off of fast food. It's that thing, it's like energy drinks, it just tickles that back of your head and it becomes not like a physical dependency, but it becomes an emotional dependency. It's like, I feel like shit, let's have a McDonald's, or I feel like shit, let's have sushi. Or I'm really tired, I could do with a kick me up. Let's have an energy drink, you know. There we go. I need to make sure I stay in Portland. I need to make sure I stay in Portland while that is paying off. What's the fastest thing in here? Kind of, like, unironically, the fastest thing in this entire thing is probably the Blister? Yeah, probably. But I only really want this to go and get the Banshee so I can put the Banshee in the Shoreside Vale thing. But it doesn't cost me anything to spawn these cars, so why not? At least to get to the Banshee, we just sort of head around. Actually, I can't take the beach in this thing because it won't get around the corner. But I can take the abandoned tunnel. Yeah.
Would you like a giraffe? Have one delivered. Just
Is that what giraffes actually sound like?
and we'll send you a giraffe
I honestly don't know what a giraffe sounds like. I've never heard a giraffe actually make a sound.
in a box. Giraffe.
But they always strike me as kind of like cows. They're very quiet most of the time. They squeal. More like a donkey then. Smashing.
This great jacket with shoulder pads. I started playing GTA so loud because we were wild.
Have you noticed, by the way, that the Diablo phone is the only one that actually stays visible when you complete their missions? The rest of them just disappear off the map when they ring. But we have actually completed the Diablo missions. Why couldn't it be this clear when I was trying to move an explosive sports car? That would have been nice. I think I missed the jump. Oh, nope, according to the map, I actually made it. But I might roll into the water. There we go. Shortcut! I wonder how much it cost Rockstar to get the soundtrack from Scarface. It dawned on me, I don't actually know how many, like, which one of these are actually going to be hard to get now? Honestly, the hardest one on this list was the BF ejection, and I got that. Taxis are everywhere. The stretch might be a little bit of a pain, but I've got a rough idea where they spawn. So, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I need you. Or you, you'll do. Is the cabbie in this list? No, the cabbie was in the other. Oh, no, the cabbie is in this list. Cabbies might be a bit trickier because I need to go to Portland for those, I'm pretty certain. Oh, great. Now nothing spawns. Excuse me? Yeah, go away. Wonk. Yeah, I don't question the driving of the NPCs in this game. Cabby, I mean, Cabby might be a pain. The rest of them I got a fair idea where they spawn. Cabby might be a pain, the Stretch might be a pain. The rest of them should be fine. I would just like any car, please. Thank you. Wait, I know where a stinger is. We can deliver a stinger. Yes, they followed me all the way. And yes, they did have a gruff New York accent for no apparent reason. Yes, hello, Agnor. Hey, excuse me, you rammed me. Yep, I want to finish this today, and we probably will. Hey, guess what? Free cheetah. This row of houses has a cheetah and a stinger spawn alongside a landstalker, but we don't need to worry about the landstalker. Already have the landstalker. Maybe a little too fast for these roads there. You know, it dawns on me I could probably run these yeah, I don't have the stinger yet. The dev kit for that ray tracing modding tool that Nvidia released is finally out. The one that lets you add like upscaled textures and stuff to older games running on older DirectX pipelines. And it just dawned on me, I can actually extract every texture from this game while I play it. Yes, the PS2 game, because PCSX2 lets you do that. The idea being is you can replace those textures and render the new textures in the game. As long as you have the same name. I almost considered remaking the alias text with it, but whatever. And it dawned on me just now that I could take those textures, run it through the RTX thing, run PCSX2 in like DirectX 8 mode, and everything would be fine. That's a thought. Yeah. Some of those I can get from the airport car park. There's going to be lots of to and fro as I go and grab all of this stuff, folks. Hi, Agnor. Welcome back. We are completing the game. I'm going to make sure that we have everything. Wait, was that Cabby? No, it's just a taxi. I think the cabbies themselves only spawn in Portland. It shouldn't be too hard to find one. Actually, no, I know exactly where one spawns. The Downtown Cabco should have one spawn there. So we're going to grab. Where am I going? I love that I do a 180 and it's immediately respawned. PlayStation 2 memory limits. There's just no. There is absolutely zero like memory past what you see.
Airless running shoes. Always running from something.
The inspiration for this next record comes from Dante's Inferno.
Mop. So what did we learn during these GTA3 streams? Well, we learned that GTA 3 still holds up as a modern game. And we also learned that... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hello, I need you. I can get a Sentinel anywhere. Cabbies, on the other hand... Excuse me, young man. I will take you. Thank you very much. Can't get targets for Rampage to spawn. Spin around. Exactly. But no, this game, like... Okay, the textures are low res and the trees, like, the trees really struggle, honestly. But if you ignore the trees, honestly, this game still kind of holds up. Like, visually, this game is still sort of... I mean, it's not current. But running it at a higher resolution, it doesn't look that bad. I think this is more than passable, isn't it? The textures hold up incredibly well for a 23-year-old game. Ah, Sentinel. You were going to be my next purchase anyway, so, excuse me, I want to purchase your car. Thank you. I think the only... Oh, how do I put it? You can tell the limitations of what they could do, because the... And this was more of a limitation of the PlayStation 2 era, as is. Where people, characters, are a lot less detailed than the scenery and vehicles. The more static something is, the better it looks. So the terrain looks a lot better than the vehicles, which in turn looks a lot better than the people. But, you know, they did what they could with what time and budget they had, and here we go. Perennial Idaho Inferno Stallion Stretch Esperanto. Okay. Most of those are available in the airport car park. That tiny little... Ah! Ooh! Ah! Alright, I need to go... I know I can fall down to the car park, but I tend to... I tend to miss when I do that, so I don't want to risk it. Excuse me. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, the Blood God? I actually... We went around to our neighbours, to get some forms signed. And he opened the door for us, and I was there with this stack of forms. And I just said to him, "Hi there, have you heard of our Lord and Savior, the Blood God?" Got a good laugh out of him, which I think was needed because his front door had broken and he managed to lock himself in that morning. I'm going to run back for that in a second. Because we had a stretch limo spawn. You know what that means, right? Everything in this list will spawn within like a block. For example, I just saw an Idaho. Please stop at that red light. I'm pretty certain that red light is glitched and they don't stop there. This is either an Idaho or an Esperanto. It's an Idaho. Yeah, the deadbolt in their lock had broken, like sheared clean off. So they were locked inside until they took the handle off the door and could pull the lock out. Look how quick this is going. Furnace, Stallion, Esperanto, Perennial. I think pretty much all of them are in the airport car park, aren't they? This is going really quickly. I'm kind of confused and a little aroused. That is not an Infernus. I thought this was an Infernus. It's a cheetah, but I will take it. Thank you. It's got a lot of pickup. This must be faster than the Infernus. It's just got so much pickup. Esperanto. Yeah, the only thing I don't think is here is actually a perennial. I'll come back for you later. You. Come here. Look, I was enjoying Lips. Keep an eye out for a perennial. I can't remember if one spawns on this island anywhere. We can go get one. I know where they typically spawn. But if we can avoid driving to the other side of the island, that would be great.
Wasn't that just great? Next week, we've got our big bi-monthly phone-in, when you get the chance to win a meal for two at a fast food outlet of your...
Remember when I did my ATC training at government college, my classmates pennied my door. I ended up breaking the lockwork as I couldn't lock the door on a Saturday morning when I planned to go into town and do some shopping. Sat round most of it waiting for a locksmith to come and fix it. The one that comes to mind in my case was in college we had an electric door lock on the main computer room because my town was kind of rough, and having 30,000 pounds worth of Mac, like iMacs, sat in a room that you couldn't lock was a bad idea. So they locked the room, did all of that shenanigan, and what the students used to do is the students were given a key fob for a deposit that they would get back when they handed the fob in, and the key fob would allow them into the room. But people got fed up of the key fob system and just ended up... Excuse me, I need to borrow this. And just ended up putting a coin into the magnetic locking mechanism. Now, it's been many years since I've been back to that college, but like 2 years later or 3 years later, when I went back to volunteer and do some teaching as part of my like return to work program or whatever, they just turned off the magnetic lock, and I asked why, and the short version of it was the students kept picking the thing open anyway, so it was pointless. It was just costing money to run, so when it broke they just didn't bother fixing it. Infernus and a perennial. Let's go and get the perennial. I want to end this with a sports car. I think perennials will spawn over in Wichita Gardens. They're not that uncommon a car, they're just kind of low end for this area of the map. But they're not that low end for Wichita Gardens, which is basically the project. If needs must, I can go and grab one from Portland where they're guaranteed to spawn. There's a couple of places. Excuse me. I apologize if you heard that deep into your soul. Wait, isn't there doesn't a perennial spawn? Doesn't a perennial spawn down here? Something low end spawns down here alongside like the Patriot for the mission and nope. Okay, it doesn't, but it does spawn a bobcat. You see, this is another fucking thing. I didn't realize you did ATC training. Fucking hell, Jaded. One day you're just going to casually mention, because it's relevant to the conversation, that, you know, back during my days in the CIA training, I you know. Honestly, ATC is a job that is incredibly skilled and incredibly underpaid, and I wouldn't wish it on anybody. After that, you went into bookkeeping. But after that, you had the opportunity to print money. See, if you're good at bookkeeping, you may as well have gone into full-blown accounting. I couldn't do accounting. It's too high stress for me. I need low-stress jobs. If I could handle the stress, I'd probably be really good at a bunch of jobs that nobody else would want to do. But I can't handle the stress. Excuse me. I need these. Didn't I load a car in here for... Oh, it's a Banshee. I'll take it. There really is no reason to be on Shoreside Vale, is there? You come here to do the bits of collections that you haven't done, and like the one mission chain that starts here from the phone, of which is like 4 missions. Huh. Looks like I'm gonna have to go to Portland. That's fine. You would have worked at the Gander Area Control Center.
I'll show you something.
Sir? Sir, this is a Wendy's? We had to do this at least once, right? Like, we had to do this at least once. Hold the phone, change the plans. I knew they spawned around here. Huh. I'm still going to do that at least once because the extra health would genuinely be useful in the finale mission. If you had forgotten about the extra health, now you have been reminded of the extra health. Hangnor had forgotten. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's an entirely reasonable thing to forget. If you don't explicitly... When you were a child, doing the whole squeaky bed thing in a car is fucking hilarious. As an adult, honestly, the only reason I'm doing it is for that 25 extra health, because I know how useful it will be in this final mission. And considering I'm going to go back to my... Considering I'm going to go back to my hideout and like grab a rocket launcher and shit, I'm not entirely sure it's going to be the most useful thing to get anyway. Because that would be my plan. Fun fact. You can shoot the muggers and they drop more money. Funner fact, if you're just walking along and a mugger sees you, they can mug you.
Want to invest in my portfolio?
This guy's not going to do it. Like, if you see someone going around, like, just pickpocketing people, they can pickpocket you. It's just quite a rare interaction because you're not often walking slow enough for them to, come up to you. But they pickpocket you for like $1,000. Out the way, everybody. We have something important to finish.
I'm not here to be original. I'm here to rock. Rock around the clock 24/7, dudes. Non-stop rock here on Head Radio.
A single source of gratification in your miserable, insignificant life. Head Radio. You may need us, but we don't need you.
I very much pinballed there. I had no control over my car. Okay, import garage number 2. Very shortly You're kidding me, right? One moment. Out of all of the times I've come here for that specific car, every time I've come here for that specific car, this playthrough, it has been unlocked. The one time I actually need that specific car, the motherfucker is locked. Let's just do a loop around. And then that should spawn a new one that, in theory, should be unlocked. Oh no. Run! This is fine. Everything is fine. The airports are just such a surreal place in GTA games. All of the GTA games. In fact, I think the only place that... Actually, no, okay, I lie. GTA 5. GTA 5's airport is not that surreal. I need to get past this. GTA 5's airport at least feels like a working airport. Like, GTA 3's airport is completely empty. You know, I never tried that, Jaded. I mean, it works in Vice City, but in, I never got anything like that working in GTA 3. Huh. I should try again. If it's locked, I'll try again. You know, I'm kind of curious now. I kind of want to, like... I kind of want to find a locked car in here. To see if that works. I'll try it in a locked police car next time I see one. I didn't know that. I swear I tried it when I was younger and it didn't work. It might be on the PC version. PC version is technically a bit further along mechanically. Even if it's missing a bunch of the PS2 flair and effects. Sodsall says this car's going to be unlocked now, isn't it? Okay. Do you think if I... Sir? Sir, I don't think it's working. I'm definitely smashing the car up, but I'm not able to smash the door up. Are you sure you're not getting this confused with Vice City? Vice City, you can just go at the cars with, like, a hammer. I don't know. It might be on PC, and I haven't really spent much time in the PC version. I ran it on my Steam Deck, which is what gave me the urge to do this. By the way, I want to see what percentage we're at. before I do this. 94% right now. This should put me to 96. Oh. Oh no. Maybe I need to save again. I'm just having a look. Cars crushed. Like, I should have everything, right? Yeah, like, we're doing really well for progress. Scrap this. I love the... Just, like, all of the other cars in the other garage just, like, bang, bang, and this was just a dull thud. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Time for us to go and get ready for the final showdown. Let's drop a save. Problem is, it's daytime now. And here's an annoying thing. They take all your weapons away when you start the last mission. There's no way to get them back. They're just gone. So if you know... If you think, oh, I struggled with that mission, I should probably buy some guns. Like, ignoring the situation I'm in now where I've got all of the hidden packages. If you just, like, try and buy a bunch of guns and then start that mission, you lose all of them and you've just, like, fucked yourself. I'm going to drop another save. I need it to be nighttime. I need to skip forward another 6 hours. Bring it to 8 o'clock. Perfect. I'll do. Because of certain certain workers. We had to do this, right? Come on, in you get. We had to do this. We need to go somewhere reasonably quiet, so back here is fine. I can't aim at her. I can't target her. I mean, I know I could shoot her, but I couldn't physically target lock her. Anyway, I had to do that. Sorry, we have 125 health now. We have full health, full armor. Let's go and drop another save, and then... You're ready to see some credits roll? This is not the end of the game as far as we're concerned, but it will be the end of the story. I'm not going to bother picking up ammo and stuff because we are going to lose it. Drop this. Nice 5 a.m. start for Ransom. If you survive this with no armor and less than 25 health, I would laugh so fucking hard. Right. The important thing is that I have a plan to get down here as quick as I can. I think the timer is something like 7 minutes to fight our way over the dam. Grab... Yeah, fight our way over the dam, take down the helicopter, and then, get to the end. The thing, fun fact, once you take down the helicopter, but you get to a point and she says to get this thing airborne. Once you take care of the helicopter, the timer disappears. You have as much time as you want.
Sí, bueno. ¿Pa qué es idiot? One of these Scarface idiots.
A very subtle noise of him patting you down.
The real question is, did you turn up to rescue Maria or to get me back? Well, I got news for you. Shooting you will be a pleasure, but dating you was only business. You are muy pequeñito, amigo. Throw over the cash. You have been a busy boy, but you haven't learned. I'm not to be trusted. Kill the idiot!
Okay. We gotta go. We have 7 minutes. And we gotta go. We need to go down to the safe house, do 2 loops to get a whole bunch of armor and weapons. And then we go to the dam, so... We know where she goes. Need to go down here. I could take a short route and drop down, but this actually takes more time than the shortcut over the cliff. Sorry, less time than the shortcut over the cliff. Because the shortcut over the cliff drops me off below and I will roll a few times, whereas here in a fast car, I can just run around and grab all this shit. Nice and easy. Do the exact same thing again. We want to go around the corner. We need to go far enough away that everything respawns, and that shouldn't take much at all. We just go this. We now have 40 rocket launcher ammo. That should be plenty. Let's do one more for safety. There's a reason why I wanted a cheater for this. Take 2 minutes to set up, but it's not going to take me 5 minutes to kill Catalina now. And then away we go. Down here. Just need to be a bit careful because it's raining. At least it's not foggy. We stop here. And we do this. So there's a couple of things you can do to make this work for you. There's actually a sniper rifle hidden in these trees over here. Obviously, I don't need it, but it is there if you wish to have it. I'm your damn tour guide. Please feel free to take all the pictures of all the damn pictures you want. Is it overkill? Is this overkill? Just running along with a rocket launcher and taking out everybody? Probably. But you know what? There is no kill like overkill. And also this is really satisfying. Like, this is like ridiculously satisfying. How have you not died yet? There you go.
Get this thing airborne!
See, it didn't take long. And then that thing will blow up and the timer will disappear. For all of our missions, I don't think these are supposed to be. Those two barrack souls were supposed to charge at me, but I took them out early. I need to be careful because there's a bug where you can actually lock Maria. I need to make sure I don't lock Maria.
You gonna...
There we go. Victory.
Residents in Cedar Grove have been coming to terms with the emotional aftermath of a full-blown war that hit the area yesterday. Local resident Clive Denver described to police a single gunman that he saw fleeing the scene with a dark-haired woman.
Oh, we're gonna have such fun, cause you know, I love you. I really do, cause you're such a big, strong man, and that's just what I need. Anyway, what was I saying? I forget, but you know what it's like, don't you?
The sound of explosions shook nearby homes as people ran for cover. Several citizens were injured in the panic as gunfire was exchanged between ground forces and a helicopter circling the dam.
Yeah, we got a good view from down here in the gardens. When the copter finally got taken out, better than the fireworks on the 4th of July.
With the death toll already over 20, police are still finding bodies. There have been no official denials concerning rumors that the dead were members of the Colombian cartel, and still no leads as to the cause of the massacre.
My hair is ruined. I mean, can you believe it? This one cost me $50.
I just love the casual, like, you know. the casual implication that you've had enough of her and up to the point where you shoot her in the head. Anyway, yeah, that was the main story of GTA 3, and pretty much all of GTA 3. We've got one thing left to do, and we shall be doing it. Was it fun? Did you guys enjoy it? It was great for me because, like I said, when I started doing the GTA streams, like, I enjoy streaming the Guild Wars, The streaming Guild Wars requires me to be mentally prepared for up to 3 or 4 hours during a work week sometimes. Some of the episodes, especially in season 4, are going to get quite long. I just don't have it in me at the moment. So this is a great way to fill the things. When Taylor's not up for streaming, and when, you know, I'm not up for Guild Wars, this is great. So you may notice that this song is not in any of the radio stations. However, there is a block of apartments in Portland where you get close enough, you hear a very repetitive bass line that isn't in the radio. And I believe it's this song, but sent through filters. Hey, remember when games could be tested by 4 people? Oh yeah, Liberty Tree tutorial. That was the website stuff. And here's the cast. A surprisingly short cast, all things considered. Here's the actors for the various radio stations. It's also, if you think about it, it's kind of an odd way of casting it. Back when they had enough room where they could do this, where it was just like, okay, so we're going to have like the pedestrian dialogue, and then the pedestrian dialogue is going to be in the cast. Or we're just going to name everybody who did bit parts for these pedestrians. I hope my phone going off isn't too distracting. Sorry, I'm just bopping my head to this now. Fair point, Jaded. I could really screw with your eyes and turn this back on. This must be hell in Twitch encoding. Right. Good, you're not the only one. So I see that CK has been lurking in chat. Hello, CK. I hope you're doing well. Oh, I forgot that during certain rainstorms, or rather, I didn't forget, but I've only just noticed that, like, remembered or re-noticed that during certain rainstorms, the you get sort of like a matrix green tinge over everything. Right, let's go and, in theory, 95%. Why is it only 95%? What am I missing? Okay, shut up, Siri. I said theory, not Siri. Why only 95%? What am I missing? What am I missing? Anyway, we're going to Staunton Island. Jaded. Excuse me, young man. Jaded, I don't know what the fuck your middle name is, Cynic. Excuse me. Okay, the junction to leave here should be around this corner, right? Oh, okay, I'm wrong. It's somewhere in here. Aha. I knew it wasn't far. Fun fact, there's a couple of areas in this tunnel where if you hop on top of a tall vehicle, you will drown. Because the top of the tunnel just about touches the depth field for the water. I just realised the game's turned all the way up again. I am sorry. I turned it up for the ending cutscene. Welcome to Staunton Island. I won't be here for long. Hello, baby. So, this is something that I know Jaded will have been missing in the PC version. You can rotate the fucking turret on the PS2. Probably on the console versions too. On the other console versions, sorry. Don't mind me. Red lights? Like I give a shit about any red light. For some reason, I think they changed how the turret works in Vice City. And I don't know why I think that. For some reason, I've got it in my head that the turret position is locked by which, like, where you're facing your camera in Vice City. And I don't think that's right. Anyway, it's time for us to do a bit of fun. I'm not accelerating with my acceleration pedal, this is just pure cannon fire. They know to move out the way. Look at the speed! Oh! Game doesn't like when you go this fast. None of the cars are supposed to go that fast. San Andreas, the turret turns with your free look camera. Yeah, but that's not what my brain is trying to place together, you see. Is this the last one, or am I missing? I might be missing the I might be missing an emergency vehicle. But in theory, if everything is right, this should be, like, this hitting the ship should be all that is needed for me to 100% the game. Yeah, it doesn't have treads either, it's just like, it's got like 6 APC wheels. Oh! I am actually missing something. What am I missing? Fire engine, maybe? The only thing I can think of is the fire engine. But I thought I dropped the fire engine off. Okay. Yeah, I had a hunch I was missing something, but I'm really kind of confused as to what. 1,500 for a tank, I know, right? Even in 2000, it was a fucking legit. I've been scammed. Hi, kids.
El Salvador and Paraguay. This is Head Radio.
I used to be concerned and nervous about the future.
Let's go and get the fire engine. It must be the fire engine. Oh, numpad. That would probably explain why I haven't seen it when playing it on the PC version. Because, when I've been playing it on the PC version, I've been on a Steam Deck. And every time I played the PC version before I put it on the Steam Deck, I was using a controller. So that makes perfect sense. Right, the only thing I can think of is the fire truck. I can't think of anything else that I haven't delivered. Like, can you guys think of anything else I want? I delivered the ambulance. I delivered a police car. I must have done. I strongly remember delivering a police car. I strongly remember, I mean, to be fair, I remembered delivering a fire engine, so... I definitely delivered the SWAT truck, because I took it from... I took the SWAT truck from the... Oh, come on. I took the SWAT truck from the Staten Island police station. The only thing I can think I haven't delivered is this. Oh yeah, the FBI car. I was... Wait, I've delivered one of these? I mean, I'll try an ambulance and I'll try a police car?
If I say, imagine if your
I would have sworn I delivered a police car.
Your wife, she looked like yesterday's...
At least my memory wasn't too faulty about remembering delivering a fire truck.
Anyway, the marriage is impossible, Laszlo. If a man was born an angel, maybe impossible.
I'm pretty certain I delivered the ambulance after I finished the medical missions. Yeah. Let's try with the police car. Because dumbass me would have probably forgotten the most common emergency vehicle in the game. Because dumbass me is a dumbass. There's an odd noise coming from your end, Ted. Are you okay? It was the fucking police car. Oh, is that gonna be enough, though? Is that going to be the last percentage point? That would be some irony. Wait then. 100% completed. There we go. Got it. 73 missions out of 73, 20 out of 20 rampages, 100 out of 100 hidden packages, 20 out of 20 unique stunt jumps completed, 90 days passed in game, 2001 people wasted, 88% accuracy. You know that's not actually that bad. Longest flight in a dodo, 105. Best time for a bomb defusal, 249. Cars crushed. Mafia. So yeah, we did it. I have to admit, I would have thought I would have got a message or something saying that I did it, but no, we did it. But there's one thing that we have to do. There's one thing we have to do before I call it on GTA 3. And it involves me going back to Shoreside Vale. We gotta do one last thing. And we're gonna go in the souped up Kuruma that is the FBI car. Oh yeah, if you hadn't, like, I didn't really spend enough time with it. No, not Vision. All the FBI car is it's a black Kuruma with a blue pulsy light in the front and a unique siren. Anyway. I'm not listening to that. And the unique siren is just the police car siren, but pitched up. Anyway, yeah, we got to get the cherry on top. Which, like I said, involves me going to Staunton Island. Not Staunton Island, Shoreside Vale. But I am going to drop a save. I'm going to drop a save because what I'm about to do... I don't know, there's two things we can do. But I'm still going to drop a save because it could do some nasty corruption stuff to the... to various things. Like... Side thing, you may have noticed that after the my health was reset to 100 after the final mission, I've not taken any damage. Okay. There is a couple of things we need to do. And they both involve the same thing. Just in two different ways. So let's go back to Shoreside Vale. And, do the thing you expect and maybe one thing you don't. But I do want to warn you that if any of you are susceptible to motion sickness, you might want to look away soon. But I will warn you before that soon happens, okay? Like, I will warn you. I'm just, like, giving you a heads up now that that might be a thing. I don't know how it will come across on screen. I don't know how it will come across on, like, an increased resolution. So I'm just warning you ahead of time. Honestly, the FBI car is really good. It's a shame it's such a pain in the ass to have, because, like, it's really fast and it's really maneuverable. I can just sort of slide around like anything. It doesn't give a shit. Look at this. As long as the weather doesn't go foggy, we'll be fine. I might need to do a circle around the whole map before I get the height to do this. But we will see. I love that to get into the air, the Dodo has to go quicker than the fucking jumbo jet. Right, this takeoff wasn't my best, so we might be in trouble. I should be okay as long as I'm careful. But we are going to have to do a loop around before we get the height I need to do what I want to do. So please, give me a minute. Enjoy a pleasant aerial view of the edge of the map. We're going to have a lot of these, like, loading screen pulses as we do this. That odd skyline, by the way, is just how the game handles the skybox. The skybox is based on, like, the angle of your vehicle or your camera. It's always horizontal to your camera. So if you turn your vehicle upside down, you are technically staring at the sub-ocean when you're in first person. You look out the window, you'll see a nice morning view of Liberty City. As we fly past the house of former mob boss Salvatore Leone. We have no idea where he is currently. We believe him to be deceased. I know about the noise. If I stop accelerating, I think I still actually fly. But it becomes a bit more precarious. So I'm just going to keep going. If we look out this window, we should see the top of Kenji's casino, which should show you his pad. Oh, it hasn't loaded. I think it loads when you're much closer. Gotta avoid this building. Mansion of shipping magnate, Salvatore Leone, yes. Okay. I need to actually go this side of this bridge because I can't get over it that side, and I need to be sure that I get past it. So I'm playing it safe and going the long route. You may notice I have a fair bit more height this time, which is kind of nice. From up here, you can see the culling tricks they did to reduce the memory footprint when an island loads out. Anyway. Motion sickness time, folks. Sub-ocean time, folks! We made it. Sub-ocean, sub-ocean. Tastes like sub. Looks like ocean. There we go. I'm sorry, we had to do it. I tried to fly as long as I could, but it really is a bit of a pain. We live here now. Anyway, let's see if I can take off again. There's one last thing we need to do. We made the sub-ocean. That was part 1 of the finale of the stuff we need to do. There we go. And, oh no. Boink! This is bad. Yep, I'm going to drown now. Oh, no, I am not going to drown now. Got in close though. Now I'm going to go and do something that I'm sure loads of people have done, but is a rare enough occurrence that I'm sure people are unaware it happens. And no, I'm not talking about the go-see. I could theoretically, like, so if you go around the, let's turn this off. If you go around the, if you go around the city twice, you get enough height to go over the water of the dam and get behind it, and you see the quote-unquote ghost city. The ghost city is a remnant of the fact that you need to have, in order to have a cutscene in GTA 3, you need that place to exist. But the Liberty City Bank, or the Liberty Bank, does not exist as it looks in that cutscene. So in order to get around this, they built a street with an alleyway behind the big row of, like, basically behind the observatory on the hills to the north of Shoreside Vale. It's quite a famous landmark for people who break out of bounds. You can go and, like, look up pictures and the like. I am not going to fly there. There's no real, like, you can look up pictures that are going to be better than anything I see while flying. So it would be a pointless exercise. Honestly. And also as a side thing, it does have collision detection. Sort of. It doesn't have collision detection. Sort of. One single metal bar, quite literally a single metal bar attached to a dumpster in the alleyway that Claude gets shot, has collision detection. The rest of the set is completely colliderless. The more you know. Yeah, the rest of the sets, they do exist. We could have crash landed onto Kenji's casino set. But you know. But we're not going to talk about that. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing now. That was a little close. Now we're going to finish this game in the best way I know how. In a traditional rainy Liberty City day. We'll fly off into the subset. We'll see Liberty City down there in the corner. And we will leave the city for good. Fun fact though, now we're going to start to see some really weird effects, right? Like, you get far enough away and when you try and look left or right, nothing is rendered. You look behind you and all you see is sub-ocean. We're in the void now, people. You may see the edge of the water there. We're at the edge of the map. Now it's just pure sub-ocean.
Too much blood in the city streets.
And then we die. That's interesting. That's not how it worked on the original PlayStation 2. That is very interesting. In the like when I was running this on a PS2 console, once you got to the end of that water, the console would crash. It would lock up and freeze. So, I mean, that's new. I mean, I guess we learn something new every day. Jaded, are you back? Jaded. Calling Dr. Jaded. Are you alive? And yeah, back. Did you see what happened? Basically, I did a thing that should have crashed the PS2. Apparently it doesn't crash the emulator. So apparently it just has a thing now where there is actually a solid wall at the end of the GTA3 map. I didn't know this. I literally drowned because I hit a solid wall and then dropped. But on the PS2 you get there and it crashes the console. At least it always did on the PS2 I had when growing up. So I think that's a good time to call it then. Learning something new about a game that I love and have loved for 22 years. Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow for Guild Wars.